Hi, I'm Pagra12, and today we play with an error. And a week ago we did this tutorial in which we tried to build our own ramps. And yeah, I'll say the core of this actually is the resolution top, which we use to make this interpolation between 0 and 1. And so we'll build the step we need in the ramp. But yeah, as we saw back then, on some values here we get a couple of errors, right? So this is no error, but the moment we increase, okay, so yeah, it becomes quite ugly and strange, and it's super difficult to solve. Okay, now the easy way to check what's wrong here, it's if you use a ramp here, right? And yeah, this one is 32 mono, and let's use this one. Okay, and there's no, oh, but this one is also super strange. So yeah, and this is because yeah, it's not multiplication here. Okay, so composite will multiply those two, so this way that's the reason for this ugly output. But now we are good, so we have 0 in this texture on whatever number. Okay, so yeah, that means our ramp here, this one, we only take the resolution from this one. Okay, so that means this group, this method has some errors. Okay, and I will point out this operator, resolution top, which almost 2 years ago I thought this one has a little misprecision, and you will not notice this while resizing a photo, because yeah, some little pixel might have a different color, but you will not notice. Okay, and I want to show you how you actually can explore this error, or find out what's causing this, or the most important is how to bypass that, to avoid an operator which you consider has a little error. Okay, now obviously you have the option to go on a derivative forum and report that, and I found something else which is much valuable if you try to find a solution without that operator. Okay, now yeah, let's go here and start clean. Okay, now let me delete this, and yeah, just for fun, I would like to take only those 4. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we have a constant, right? 1 pixel. We group, make space for the 0 pixel, and then with this resolution, which we go double the size here. Okay, and the group, you can go more elegant maybe than the previous tutorial. Just type here 1 cutter and here 3/4. Okay, so you're good now. Now, okay, let's have these nearest pixels. And now I want to compare the ramp that I got with the one which is already native in TouchDesigner. So I can take a ramp and either go with this resolution here, okay, by 1, or you just connect this and in the second tab take care here, set resolution only. Okay, but they are good now. Only let me set the 32 mono. Okay, and to compare those two, I will use difference. Okay, and yeah, right after this, I use a matte, and yeah, let's go with this ceiling. Okay, now, even though here I have all the values ceiling, everything is black, everything stays 0, because those two ramps are actually exactly the same, right? So let me set here as for all of them nearest pixel, and here interpolate. Okay, now we're good. And let's increase this to 64. It's good. But the moment we change, you see, I go with 60. I have these strange patterns, like the pixels where I have no error are those blacks, okay, and everything else it's a little error that got to 1 when I sealing the value. And as I said, I feel that I felt that the resolution top it's the error. Okay, and now let me tell you what means resolution in terms of not making a texture smaller necessary. Okay, when you use the resolution, you can use it for interpolation. Okay, from something small we stretch into a bigger resolution. And if we do the opposite, we actually operate with the average of the pixels in a grid. It's like you can see this in pixelate. Okay, so pixelate. Yeah, let's go inside. Pixelate has first resolution, which goes smaller, and the second resolution goes big, and you will have something like big, like a square, a single square, but actually there are pixels, right? And what this does, it's making an average of some pixels. But what if we set the texture for the average with some value for which we know the average? Okay, so yeah, let's go with this. So I will start with a 3:1 size resolution, and I told you I had this problem years ago when I was working with matrices. Okay, so imagine if a pixel is a color, okay, so it has RGB, and so if we consider RGB as X, Y, Z, it is a point in space, and so a vector from 0 origin to that point, right? So that means a pixel, it's a vector. Now, if we want to rotate a vector with a matrix has 3 by 3, okay? And I got 3 by 3, I got 9 values. And all of them are quite similar important in a transformation process. And obviously, we need 3 times the texture. Okay, so I have a texture with some vectors. I want to rotate with matrices. I imagine in my matrix tool, I have 3 times, 9 times actually, because you are 3 times bigger on X, 3 times bigger on Y. And yeah, in that moment, I felt like yeah, I don't have the precision when using pixelate for average. Okay, and pixelate, it's done with 2 resolution stop. Now let's use a ramp. Okay, and this ramp is 3 by 1 and is nearest pixel. Okay, now we can check the values, and yeah, it's nice, this feature. So this one, it's 0.498. It's a little bit strange, but I believe if I set here 32 mono, the middle one will become 0.5. Okay, this one, it's 1 divided by 6 actually, because the middle, it's the value of this pixel, it's actually this distance, half of the pixel, let's say. And this one, it's 1 minus 1 divided by 6. And so if I add those two and I make an average, those two I divided by 2, average of those extreme pixels, it's 0.5. And I have another one in the middle, which is 0.5. So obviously this average here is 0.5. Now, to be more solid in this, I can use a limit. Okay, and I go normalize, and by doing this, we have 0 here, right? Here we have 1 on the last one, and here 0.5. So obviously the average is 0.5. Now, as I said, this is a tool for average. Let's see if we connect. But no, first we only have 3 pixels, right? So let's go with group, and yeah, what if we go with the group? I don't know. 16 times, right? And not here at the left, sorry, here. Okay, now we have this texture in which they are looking like cells actually, and in each cells we have a little ramp, and if we make the average for every 3 pixels, right? And this is, if we connect this here, let's go on a vertical pixel, we go with 1, and horizontal pixel 3. Now the value we have here should be 0.5. So now let's have a check. Display pixel value is 0.5, and yeah, it's the average, right? Now if some values are offset with just a little, okay, let's say 0.58, 0.55, 0.52, the color would be the same, and it's difficult to spot the difference. Okay, what we can do is use another mod here, okay, and we subtract 0.5, like this, and we go ceiling. Okay, everything should stay black, right? Now I would like to watch this texture in the background, so display background top, okay? And yeah, let's play with this. So if I go, you see, I go bigger. Now, again, my average is on every 3 pixels. Here I use group. Each increment here in a group right comes with a set of 3 pixels, and that doesn't matter for this pixelate. It should work the same, but it's not. And yeah, you see, we have, let's use 64. Now for 64, strangely, it's good. Let's go 65. Is not 60. We have again. Now I would like to show you something here. It's yeah, I just discovered by accident, but that proves that it's even worse. The error, it's even worse. Okay, so this ramp, the average of those 3 is 0.5, the average of those 3 is 0.5. If I bypass this, the result should be unchanged. Okay, so let's see. I have here 2 pixels disappear. So this is super strange. Now, yeah, this is the how you explore an error. And what I really want to say is error. It's really something quite valuable if you know how to play around that error. I also believed for the learning curve, fighting with errors will give you some very strong skills, and you will be able to discover TouchDesigner much faster, much deeper, or yeah, and I realize after 5 years working with TouchDesigner that trying to solve, in particular, this little error, okay, maybe you will not use resolution only for making pictures a little bit smaller, and that's fine. But me fighting with this error, I really learn so much. I actually succeed to make my own resolution tool. It's not difficult. And the challenge from the previous tutorial, what you do if your favorite operator is not there. In this case, what if resolution is not there? Actually, on the method that I'm working, resolution is not there. I can't use resolution. So what if I build my own? Okay. Now this I plan to make it as a series of tutorials, and in time I will consider remake from scratch a lot of operators, as I believe if this TouchDesigner it's built from inside out, and because you can go inside here, and you will discover everything, right? So that tells me that we can easily, or not easily for all the cases, but it's fun to try. So even though on some you will not succeed to substitute with your method, it's finding the solution sometimes it's way more valuable. The road to there, it's more valuable than the solution itself. So yeah, this was my tutorial for today. It's I wanted to make one very, very short. It's 20 minutes also. I hope it was not boring, and thank you so much for your support, and see you in the next one. Bye.